Okay, so this is Biteable.com. It's as simple, extremely accessible, very easy to use, as simple as going into Google, typing it in. You create an account, which only requires an email address and a password, and it brings you to this screen. I already created some mock presentations here, but just so you know, you would create a new video. And here you could choose templates that they've already made for you, or you can start from scratch. I chose intro, and that is what this presentation is here. This video editing tool is extremely easy to use. These templates were already here for me. All I did was add text, and I did all of this for free. So here's where you manage your timeline, and you can go up here and you can choose your own color palettes, if you especially if you're starting from scratch. You can even do custom colors. And you can go up here to audio, and I do not believe you can hear it. I don't think you can hear it from my presentation here through my mic, but if you go to the website, you will be able to hear. You have all of this music that you can choose from, or you can choose no music at all, or you can upload a track on your own. And I thought that was really neat as well. After you create your text and how you want things to go, how short, how fast you want it to go, you can go to preview, and you would click a little button up here and it would build your video for you. But for the sake of time, I already had this prepared, and I hit play. And this is the video I created in literally a matter of minutes, being completely new to video editing. This program is very easy to use, obviously easily accessible, and you get a lot for free. You don't start paying until you want a little bit more extra scenes for your video, and I'll show you where that is real quick. So if I go back here to timeline, I go to add. Let's say I want to I was here hanging out in the free section, but if I wanted to add a different kind of scene for my video, you see the words premium here, and that is where you would pay. Um, but in my opinion, the amount that you get for free is extremely impressive. This has many advantages for the student and for the teacher. It's very simple to use, as it was said in our text that we had to read this week in 50 Ways to Use Technology in Your Classroom. You need to, and I'm paraphrasing here, you need to keep up with the student who has the digital competence of a computer science major, as well as the student who's just learning how to copy and paste. And I believe that this video editing tool would work for students on both ends of the spectrum. Disadvantages is the exact flip side of that coin. There is a fair amount of procedural and digital discourse competence necessary in order to navigate this site. So those are a couple of things to remember with Biteable. Aside from that, though, there are, I think, the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages and can be suitable in any ESL classroom or context. Hi class, Janiece Guili here. So that's Biteable.com. As far as how I would use this technology on the SAMR stages, for your substitution and augmentation, this replaces your PowerPoint. Um, you can make a video that reiterates the vocabulary or vocabulary lessons that you've taught in your classes and send them home with your students for them to practice and to view again and again. For modification and redefinition, you can have your students create a video presentation in which they introduce themselves and tell their fellow classmates about their country, their culture, their language or languages, the food they're accustomed to, their religion, their journey here to the States. You could also have them create a video PowerPoint in which they tell the class their life story. An example of a context, topic, grammatical point, or situation where I would use this, personally as an instructor, I would use this as my end of the class, pump it up, instill some confidence in you kind of video to encourage my students to get out and use the language skills they've acquired in class that day. I would also use it to supplement the language lessons in which I'm seeking to specifically target difficult English vocabulary, and so I could teach my students how to use that appropriately and in what context to use certain words. So this is how I would use it. If any of you have used Biteable.com before, I'd love to see your video, and of course I'd love to hear your feedback, so please leave your comments below. I will definitely read them. Thanks.